PC Gamer Weekender live stream. I'm here with Stuart and John to talk about PC Builder Simulator. So I think I can guess what the game might be about by the title, but just in case I don't, tell me about the game.
So PC Building Simulator is, well, it is a simulator about building PCs. It came about a year ago. It was released on Itch.io as like a free kind of prototype version of the game, and since then it's kind of blown up in a way that no one ever really expected. It's had like over 600,000 downloads since then. So yeah, as a kind of publisher and now co-developing the game, we basically have been building on that since then to get the game to where it is now. So the original version was quite, I'd say it was in my early prototype, so the models and stuff were quite low fidelity, etc. Now we've kind of working with fully licensed manufacturers to bring all kind of high fidelity models for all their parts into the game. So people can build their own PCs.
Good, in the game.
In the game, they can build PCs on a PC.
So why make a game about building PCs then?
It's a good question. Why do that? I mean, there's two things that came out of the prototype version was, one, people still really want to know how to build a PC. Like, there's still I guess, lots of unknowns around how you build a machine. So it was quite a good teaching tool, even in its early stage, to teach people how the PC goes together, all the steps involved in it. So that's a good, for us, it's a good tool to help people to do that. And also people just, PCs are expensive. So having very expensive. So having a range of all the latest graphics cards, cases and stuff like that, and be able to put those all together and build them into a PC, it's a great thing for people to do. They can try out their builds before they go out and buy parts. We're making stuff as accurate as we can. So if that graphics card fits in that case, in the game it will, or if it won't, it won't. So hopefully people can make some informed decisions about kind of how, what they're going to buy in the future, how it suits in the game.
So when you were talking to manufacturers about involving them in PC Builder Simulator, what was their response when you said, we're making a game about building a PC?
I think it's fantastic.
Yeah?
I mean, it's great for them. I mean, it's, they get the opportunity to show off their parts, I guess, in all their glory, for a better phrase. But yeah, they really want to see like their latest cases and stuff like that. Partners that we're working with, like NZXT, EVGA, people like that, they're really supportive of what we do. They provide us with, in most cases, provide us with like kind of proper models of things like the cases, so we can convert those down into the game, so we have everything as accurate as we can. And they're just really thrilled to be part of the project. And it's a great way for them to show off their components.
Show off their stuff, show it working well, yeah. So you've got build of the game here. Would you be able to show me quickly exactly what it comprises of?
So this is a very kind of stripped down version of the current game from Ultra Regions. It's sort of one that we're using at demo. So still lots of work in progress stuff and limited parts. So we've got various cases you can start at the moment. So that's the EVGA DG87. This is one of the NZXT cases. So you can manually pick up all the cases and move them around. This isn't something you could originally do in the game. It was kind of a fixed, just on a desk, you work on it. So now we've got full rotation of the case, and then pretty much everything on the case that you'd expect to be removable is removable.
That's the way it works?
Yeah, that's the way it works. It involves all including stuff to removing screws. Which probably shouldn't take off too much, because I'm going to have to put it all back on. There you go. So that includes the joys of having to manually install standoffs before you put the motherboard in.
Judging by the way you say that, I take the fact that it's entirely fun to do in real life.
We've had to do this a lot of time during development. So hopefully, well, I don't know if it's more or less frustrating than real life. And then obviously, then having to put the screws in for the motherboard afterwards. So we are trying to, accurately recreate, putting together a PC as close as we can in game terms.
So how does that PC status box on the side, how does that change the more you build? Like, will it tell you when things are wrong and when it can be optimized more? Or?
Yeah, I mean, we've been trying to find a line between guiding players through the game, but also letting them figure things out for themselves. So that's our sort of attempt to hold their hands, but not force them to do exactly everything bit by bit. But it seems to be having reasonable success. We've been watching people at the show today play it, and it seems to be guiding them enough, which is I'm pretty pleased with, actually.
So what kind of prompts will players get in that box then?
Well, I mean, obviously, if they don't put it together properly, that's a major part.
Yeah,
But,
big deal.
as part of the sort of career mode we want to put into the game as well, you get PCs coming in where people don't know what's wrong with them, so they have to diagnose what's wrong with them, which hopefully is some useful skills they'll be able to use in their own PCs and stuff like that. And also the same with jobs. So there's an expanded version of that where the clients will have specific things that they want, and that'll hopefully sort of guide them through that as well.
Yeah, great. So you mentioned career mode. That's when you build your own empire of computer repair. Is that the way it works?
Yeah, I mean, Empire right at the very end. It starts as a very small thing.
Not small empire to begin with.
Yeah, exactly.
Empire.
Yeah. Rome wasn't built in a day and all that. But so they get to run a little company building PCs. It starts out very basic, things like cleaning out dust and things and virus scans. But then eventually you start getting asked for more specific things, building PCs out to full rigs. Someone will come in and say, I want a PC that plays X game at 4K, and you have to put it together for a budget. Which gets really, really fun at that point. And the number of components that we're going to have in eventually allows you to sort of customize what that is. So there is always the element of, what's the best PC I can build? Once you've done that, it's a bit like, oh, okay, what do I do next? And that's more where it's a case of try building this PC for this budget. That's where the decisions get a bit more important.
So in terms of what's the best PC I can build, is that in your free build mode that you have, where you can just get anything you want?
Yeah, there's a free build mode, so if you're not interested in running your own company, you can just go straight in and build whatever you like, and everything's unlocked from the start. And I suspect that's where a lot of people will go in and have a go with building their dream rig that they want to buy if they're going to go and purchase stuff. I think it's quite useful.
And the prices stay accurate when you're playing it then? So if you were to build your perfect PC, you'd know exactly how much it costs? Well,
as accurate as they can be. Obviously, with GPUs going completely bonkers at the moment, it's not the most, we're trying to be as accurate as we can. We've not got live pricing. It was something that we considered doing, and it might be something we do in the future, but at the minute, they're as accurate as they can be. So hopefully it gives people a good idea of what they can get. And on the OS, if you install an OS, we've got 3D Mark on there, so that we work with the Future Mark guys, so you can benchmark your PC and find out exactly how good it is.
Sounds like you put this PC together properly.
What have you forgotten?
Lots of things. No, I think we're nearly there.
I think that's all there.
No,
you need to plug the stuff in the back.
Just need to plug the cables in the back.
So what feature are you most proud of then?
That's a good question.
It's a good question.
I mean, because it looks like there's a lot of features that go into this.
There are a lot of features. I think there's some of the diagnostic stuff's really, really nice. The fact that there is some subtlety in there, that you're not sure what is wrong with it. It's not just. It's less of a this component isn't in or this component's broken. A bit more. There might not be enough power, or there might be a bit of a funny thing going on that you have to sort of diagnose. I mean, one thing we're really proud of as well is the models. The models in the game have been created beautifully. And they look really, 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 really good. We're about to get a new environment in, which looks even better. And you can turn the lights off. You can turn the lights off as well, and then you can see all your LEDs, all your RGB rainbow mode LEDs in their full glory.
We can do that.
That looks very pretty.
I'm proud of that.
That looks good.
It does look quite good.
Install a lighting program, then we can change the LEDs.
This is very meta. It's like really meta.
Yeah, really old school. You have to restart the OS before you can install.
Of course. Realistic.
Yeah.
Realistic.
Realistic from a long. Yeah, so
inaccurate loading bars.
Yeah, slow down right at the end. Well, maybe a bit too slow for this kind of thing. There we go. Right. So we can.
Oh, amazing! That is so pleasing.
There'll be RGB RAM in there. There'll be RGB fans. Pretty much RGB everything. So you can go completely bonkers and put lights on everything.
That's perfect. That means it can just be like a unicorn rainbow dream.
Exactly.
That's
what everyone really wants to build.
Oh, definitely.
In the privacy of their own home as well.
Yeah, definitely.
No one wants to know if they want to.
Nah.
So as you said before, we've got working with Future Mark for 3D Mark, so we've got a simulated version of the benchmark running in the game at the moment, which includes all the all the actual videos that you use in 3D
Oh,
Mark.
amazing.
So that's all based off, I guess, all the data from FutureMark themselves.
FutureMark have been amazing. Yeah, all their statistical data that they've got from all the systems that it's been run on. They've been modelling it for us to give us a reasonably accurate model for the game. So yeah,
So what surprised you most about the reception to PC Building Simulator?
how many people want Dust? How many people?
Dust,
everyone was after
Dust as in dust in like
Dust in the air.
fan, actual dust.
Dust filling up the cases, which, to be fair, it's a big part of PCs, and we do have it. We have it up and running now in our development build, so it will have dust once, which does mean that you have to go through and get rid of the dust, which isn't the most fun.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, so that's good.
Can the dust catch fire and explode in a fire hazard?
Not yet.
I've heard stories of that actually happening in real life, so...
We get asked quite a lot if things can blow up.
that was going to be my next question, so...
Yeah, flames. We haven't put flames in yet. We might put flames in.
Yeah. I'm not sure how many PCs really blow up in
Well,
like flames.
this is like the world of imagination in a computer game. It could happen.
Yeah, I think we're going for the realism approach.
That's fair enough.
Might have to bow to the masses and put flames.
Yeah, I mean, if everyone really wants it and it becomes like a really disappointment for everyone, then I guess we'll have to look into it.
Amazing.
So we're hoping these scores are pretty realistic.
Yes.
We're hoping in the beta, but actually from comparing real-life hardware results to these ones, they seem pretty close. So
Yeah, I mean, the subtleties in this stuff are actually insane. And the FutureMark guys have gone really, really accurate with it. We're going to keep on making it more and more accurate, but yeah, I mean, it's a wonderful thing. They've got on board really, really well, and it's really exciting. Makes it quite cool.
Yeah. Well, it looks great. Thanks so much for taking the time to talk to me about PC Building Simulator. It's actually tempted me to build my own one, but maybe I'll have to save up some money to buy this game beforehand, just so...
Try it out on the game first.
Yeah, exactly. That's very wise, yeah. So next we've got Final Fantasy 15. Tune in 10 minutes to see exactly what that gameplay has in store.